In the last episode, the Lord gave Israel the holiness code, a blueprint for life in His presence. Laws of blood and body, of neighbor and foreigner, of harvest and Sabbath. The festivals marked the year. The Jubilee promised freedom, and the blessings and curses laid out the stakes. Faithfulness brings flourishing, but unfaithfulness invites ruin. Now, 1 year and 1 month after leaving Egypt, the cloud is still over the tabernacle. But something is stirring. The Lord speaks to Moses in the tent of meeting. Take a census of the whole Israelite community by their clans and families, listing every man by name, one by one. You and Aaron are to count according to their divisions all the men in Israel who are 20 years old or more and able to serve in the army. This is not a bureaucratic exercise. It is preparation for war. The promised land does not lie empty. It is filled with fortified cities and powerful nations. Israel will not stroll into Canaan. They will fight their way in. And so the counting begins. Tribe by tribe, clan by clan, the men of Israel are numbered. Reuben, Simeon, Gad. Judah leads with the largest count. Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph, are counted as separate tribes. Benjamin, Dan, Asher, Naphtali. Each tribe contributes tens of thousands. The total comes to 603,550 men of military age, not counting women, children, or the elderly. This is a nation, a formidable force, an army assembled in the wilderness. But one tribe is not counted among the soldiers. The Levites are set apart for a different purpose. They are not to go to war. They are to care for the tabernacle. They carry it when Israel moves. They set it up when Israel camps. They guard it from unauthorized approach. If anyone else comes near the sanctuary, they are to be put to death. The Levites stand between the people and the presence. They are living barriers, protecting Israel from the holiness that would consume them if they came too close. Now the Lord arranges the camp. It is not random, it is not chaotic, it is precise. On the east side, toward the sunrise, the tribes of Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun camp together. They set out first when the journey begins. On the south, Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. On the west, Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin. On the north, Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. Each tribe contributes tens of thousands. The total comes to 603,550 men of military age, not counting women, children, or the elderly. This is a nation, a formidable force, an army assembled in the wilderness. But one tribe is not counted among the soldiers. The Levites are set apart for a different purpose. They are not to go to war. They are to care for the tabernacle. They carry it when Israel moves. They set it up when Israel camps. They guard it from unauthorized approach. If anyone else comes near the sanctuary, they are to be put to death. The Levites stand between the people and the presence. They are living barriers, protecting Israel from the holiness that would consume them if they came too close. Now the Lord arranges the camp. It is not random. It is not chaotic. It is precise. On the east side, toward the sunrise, the tribes of Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun camp together. They set out first when the journey begins. On the south, Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. On the west, Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin. On the north, Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. And in the center, surrounded by all the tribes, stands the tabernacle. The Levites camp around it in their own assigned places. The Gershonites to the west, the Kohathites to the south, the Merarites to the north. Moses and Aaron and his sons camp on the east, at the entrance to the sanctuary. When seen from above, the camp forms a cross, or perhaps a square, with God at the center. Every Israelite, waking or sleeping, faces the dwelling place of the Lord. The Levites are counted separately. Every male from a month old and up. Their total is 22,000. And the Lord gives them a purpose beyond guarding. The Levites are taken in place of the firstborn of Israel. After the 10th plague, God claimed every firstborn as his own. Now, instead of requiring the firstborn from every family, God takes the entire tribe of Levi as his own. They belong to him. They serve in the sanctuary. They are redeemed by being given. The work of the tabernacle is divided among the Levite clans. The Kohathites carry the most holy objects, the ark, the table of the presence, the lampstand, the altars. But they may not touch these objects or even look at them uncovered. Aaron and his sons must wrap everything first. Only then may the Kohathites enter and carry them on poles. If they touch the holy things, they will die. The Gershonites carry the curtains and coverings, the fabrics that form the tabernacle's walls and roof. The Merarites carry the frames, crossbars, posts, and bases, the heavy structural elements. Each clan knows its burden. Each group knows its place in the march. Now the Lord gives Moses 2 silver trumpets. These are not shofars, the ram's horn trumpets. These are hammered silver, long and straight. They have specific signals. When both trumpets sound a long blast, the whole assembly gathers at the entrance to the tent of meeting. When only one sounds, the leaders gather. When the trumpets sound a series of short blasts, the camps on the east set out. Another round of short blasts, and the south sets out, and so on. The trumpets are also to be blown in battle, a reminder that the Lord fights for Israel. And they are blown at festivals and offerings, a joyful noise before God. The camp is not just organized, it is orchestrated. A nation of over 2 million people moves as one body, responding to sound and cloud. And the cloud is everything. When the cloud lifts from above the tabernacle, Israel moves. When the cloud settles, Israel stops. Sometimes the cloud stays for days, sometimes for a month, sometimes for a year. Israel waits. They do not choose their own pace. They follow the Lord. At night, the cloud becomes fire, a pillar of flame over the sanctuary. The whole camp can see it, glowing in the darkness. God is with them. God is among them. God is leading them. Everything is in place. The census is complete, the camp is arranged, the trumpets are made, the cloud hovers, waiting. And then, on the 20th day of the 2nd month of the 2nd year, the cloud lifts. For the first time since arriving at Sinai, the cloud rises from the tabernacle. The silver trumpets sound. The tribes on the east break camp. Judah leads the way, followed by Issachar and Zebulun. The Gershonites and Merarites carry the tabernacle framework, going ahead so they can set it up before the others arrive. Then the southern tribes set out, Reuben, Simeon, Gad. Then the Kohathites carry the holy objects, protected by the fabric already in place when they arrive. Then the western tribes, Ephraim, Manasseh, Benjamin. And finally, the northern tribes, Dan, Asher, Naphtali. The entire nation moves through the wilderness of Sinai toward the desert of Paran. Moses asks his father-in-law Hobab, a Midianite who knows the desert, to come with them and serve as their guide. We are setting out for the place about which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised good things to Israel. Hobab hesitates, but eventually he agrees. Whenever the ark sets out, Moses says, Rise up, Lord. May your enemies be scattered. May your foes flee before you. And when it comes to rest, he says, Return, Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel. The journey has begun. The cloud leads. The trumpets sound. The ark goes before them. Israel is finally moving toward the land of promise. But what lies ahead is not a straight path to victory. It is 40 years of testing, rebellion, and death in the wilderness. Thank you for listening to this episode about the census and the departure from Sinai. If this journey through Numbers is meaningful to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, the complaints begin. Fire breaks out at Tabernacle. The people crave meat. Moses reaches the breaking point. And Miriam is struck with leprosy after challenging her brother's authority.